Hello there. My name is Mint, my pronouns are he, they, and welcome back to another video. If it's not welcome back and you are just stumbling upon my channel, welcome to my descent into madness. This is how I document it. And today we are making some more baked goods. Welcome to part 2 of the Baked Good Maid Cafe series. Today I decided to dress appropriately. So I have my little maid costume on. Most of it, at least. And then I'm wearing an actual apron on top because I was worried I was going to get dough on my, $30 Amazon made costume. So, yeah. All right, we made cookies. Now it's time to do Kouign Aman, which are like a croissant and a cinnamon roll and pumpkin pie had a baby. All three of them together. So that's what we're making. Place the butter in the freezer ahead of time to prepare it for baking. For grating, I mean. I did that. And get out a muffin tin. Find the warm water, sugar, and yeast in a large bowl and let sit for 10 minutes. Okay. How much water do I need? 3/4 a cup of warm water. 3/4 of a cup of warm water. 1 teaspoon of active dry yeast. So not this whole thing, just a teaspoon. Teaspoon of that. And a tablespoon of sugar. Tablespoon of sugar. Gently mix that with a fork and let it sit for 10 minutes. Hey, baby, can you set a 10-minute timer for me? Thank you. Okay, well, my microphone died, so we lost audio for that whole other part. Basically, what I was doing, I don't know how much of this worked in the audio and how much of it didn't, but we put the yeast in with some sugar and some warm water, let that sit for 10 minutes, and now we are going to put in the melted butter. You can use real butter. I'm using butter. And the pumpkin puree, and we're going to whisk it all together. So in we go, our melted butter, get all the little bits in there, and then in with the pumpkin puree. If it wants to come out, there it goes. Well, some of it. Come on. All right. Now, flour. 2 cups of flour. I can't find my cup measure. So we're just going to get the half cup nice and clean and dry and use that. Half a cup, 1 cup, 1.5 cups, 2 cups. Yeah, this immediately is not whisking very well. I wonder why. Maybe it's the 2 entire cups of flour in here. We're going to bring back the broken spatula. If you don't know what happened with the spatula, watch my other video where I made cookies. Okay, I'm going to have to take off my rings and all of my stuff. I'm going to put my iPad with my instructions way over here so it doesn't get dough all over it. Turn out dough and coat in the bread flour. Knead until soft and elastic about 10 minutes, adding a bit more flour if the dough is too sticky. Okay, I can do that. Make a little room here. We've got a nice clean counter. Get some flour on here. Oh, she's sticky. I forgot to flour my hands. Can you help me? Just dump some on here. Have you found yourself in a sticky situation? I have, in fact. Awful. My boyfriend, everybody. God, this is a sticky dough. I can't knead this, it's so sticky. I wonder if that's because I didn't use bread flour and I just used regular flour. I wonder if that makes this much of a difference. Or maybe it just needs to be kneaded until it's less sticky. Glad I took my rings off. They would be in trouble. I feel like I'm not even kneading, I'm just slapping my hands all over this. I might need more flour again, baby. Okay, it's starting to feel a little bit more like actual dough now. A little bit less like just sticky goop. If I can get it off my hands, that is. You tell I don't knead stuff often. There we go. Now it's looking like dough. I'm worried that if I add too much flour, I'm gonna make it a little too tough. But it was so sticky. It's getting sticky again. I would not last on the Great British Baking Show. I don't think I could do it. Maybe I should start baking bread as an exercise. Instead of going to the gym, just start kneading bread. We get bonus. I get great arms. And we get bread. Win-win. I genuinely might start doing that. I think I would like that. This finally feels like a dough. I don't know how to do this, but I've seen them do it on Bake Off. Very funny that I'm doing this while dressed in a maid costume. Oh, hilarious. So funny. Plop this in an oiled bowl. Let me wash my hands. Cover this up. All right. And we're going to let this sit on the side for 90 minutes while we make some brownies. All right. It has been 90 minutes. First, we're going to make a sugar mixture, and then we're going to deal with the dough. Blah, 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 blah. 2/3 a cup of sugar, salt, and spices. 1/3 of a cup, and 2/3 of a cup. Didn't we get pumpkin pie spice? No. Oh dear. So this has pretty much everything that we need. This is Chinese 5-spice powder. It is very similar to pumpkin pie spice, so I'm just going to go ahead and use some of this. And then we need a little bit of salt. Whisk together the sugar. Brush the insides of the muffin tin with melted butter and sprinkle some of the seasoned sugar to coat the tin. Well, I am not going to melt butter for this. I'm just going to spray it with oil, which will do the same thing and just make my life easier. Oh, Toby, he brought me a spring. Here you go, Bubba's. There we go. Sugar coated. Looks pretty good to me. I got sugar all over my iPad. Now, laminate the dough. Punch down the dough and turn out onto a lightly floured surface. Roll out into a rectangle. You know where the rolling pin is? I think it might be in here. It is still there. Like our pumpkin pie spice. Cut that out. Ready? Oh, good. Oh, this looks lovely. This looks like dough. This is going to be wild. I can confidently say this is an activity I've never done before. Just grating butter. You know, as you do. Looks like cheese. Which I suppose makes sense because cheese is what you normally grate. And that's probably the only reason why. Ah, some lovely grated mozzarella. All right. Got it on. I'm going to perform our letter fold. I'm going to fold this way as well, just because I rolled it out really big. Now, we put it in the freezer. Look at that. That looks lovely. Baby.
That looks so good.
I know. I need to check if I'm putting it in the fridge or the freezer. Fridge for 30 minutes. All right, we'll be back in 30 minutes. It's been 30 minutes. Grab that out of the fridge. Looks lovely. All right. Trying not to let any butter escape, but it's wanting to. Now we grate in our second stick of butter. This is tiring. Never thought I'd be in the kitchen grating a stick of butter onto something, but here I am. All right. We do our letter folds. I might actually put this in the freezer instead for a couple of reasons. For one, it's really warm in this apartment right now, and my fridge is working overtime. Secondly, I don't want to wait an hour. So I'm going to put it in the freezer for like half an hour. All right, I'll see you in half an hour, 45 minutes. All right, I changed clothes because I'm boiling to death. But basically, I forgot that I was supposed to do a bunch of letter folds that time, and I didn't do it. So it's been like, I don't know, 7 minutes. It's been 4 minutes. I was about to say it's definitely been more than 5. No, it hasn't. We're just gonna do this a couple more times. Slap her down, roll her out. The butter is escaping. That's fine. It's gonna be okay. Fold and fold and fold and fold. We're melting a little bit here. Just slightly coming apart at the seams. But it's fine. I'm watching an episode of Bake Off play off in front of my eyes. It's so true. This is me in a technical challenge. Next, I'm going to make you make this. Would anybody like to see me make my boyfriend do some baking with only instructions from me and no other guidance? I know the Try Guys did something very similar where they had like professional chefs give them instructions, except it's not a professional chef, it's just me giving my boyfriend instructions. I think it would be fun, personally. Then it's 3 times. In the freezer it goes. All right, here we go. Our AC is broken. It's 83 degrees in here. Let's make something with a lot of butter in it. I'm sure this will go fine. So the instructions say to pour the sugar mixture out onto your work surface. So I'm doing that. I'm glad I put this in the freezer because it seems like it needed it because it's still pretty loose, but it's cold at least. So that should be good. We're just gonna start rolling it out. This smells delicious. I cut out all my little pieces. Cover this with the sugar mixture. And then we cut it in half. So I need to cut 6 pieces. So this becomes 3 pieces. This becomes 3 pieces. Is it perfect? No. Does it work? Yes. Then we just with our handy dandy little pizza cutter. And I roll this guy up and I plop him. Oh, he's very tall. I plop him in the muffin tin. And I roll this guy up. He's melting a little bit. Plop him in the muffin tin. Very, very melty. These look laminated though. Baby. They look laminated. There's layers. That's really exciting. Look at those layers. Beautiful. Got our lovely tray full. I'm going to put in the freezer for a little bit and then we'll stick them in the oven. And then we'll be done and we'll be ready to go and we'll see what everybody thinks of our baked goods tomorrow during the Make Cafe. All right. We got the boys out of the freezer. It's been sitting for a little bit so that it didn't go directly from the freezer into the hot oven. Even though it's a metal pan, that still felt bad to do. So I'm going to put the rest of the sugar mixture on top of it, and then it's going to go in the oven. All right, in it goes. My love, could you please set a timer for 25 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. All right, I'll see you in 25 minutes. Let's pull them out of the oven. Whoa. Look at that. Look at that. I think they're good, and then I may end up putting them back in the oven to warm up tomorrow. They're all wildly different shapes and sizes, but that's fine with me. Paul Hollywood would be very upset with me, but I do not care. All right, and that's it. We made cookies, we made brownies, we made Kouign Aman, either all in one video or in 3 separate parts. If it's in 3 separate parts and you haven't watched the other parts, go and do that. It's too hot to think. See what everybody thinks about all the baked goods at our little Maid cafe tomorrow. I'll try to put some little clips in here.
We're gonna get struck by copyright so hard.
I would never be nice to you in any way.
That's very fair. I don't deserve it.
Oh, that's on video?
No, that's really funny though.
All right, official birthday boy opinions.
Oh, the waiter thing. As soon as you take a bite of food.
Alex, what are your thoughts?
I'm gonna nut.
Delicious, amazing, wonderful, resplendent.
Effervescent.
More adjectives.
Effervescent.
Good. Thank you. And that is that. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe for more videos. Leave a little comment about your thoughts on this, and if you have any suggestions of things for me to bake next, or if you want me to force my boyfriend to bake something while I tell him what to do, let me know. And don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.